guys, it's Dr. Chris at Venture Chiropractic. We're here to talk about a really common issue that people ask me about all the time in office. Why do my hands tingle and fall asleep? Or why do I wake up with my hands all tingly sometimes, okay? This is a pretty common issue. We get radiating symptoms down our arm. They can feel like pins and needles. They can feel like burning. They can feel like tingling. They can be described a lot of different ways. Sometimes people think their hands feel really cold, but we want to make sure that we rule out any blood vessel issue or problem that we're having getting blood down to our hands. That's not what most people have, but we want to make sure that we get that tested out. So if you have this stuff going on, get that ruled out, see your chiropractor, see your MD or a physical therapist, okay? But here's a really common cause of it, okay? A lot of people have this increased forward head posture, okay? We've been talking about this in the last series of videos. When we get forward head posture called upper cross syndrome or rounded shoulders, a lot of times we put a lot of extra tension on your brachial plexus, the nerves that come out of your neck and actually run down your arm, okay? And they pass under some of these muscles here, they pass out through the sides of the muscles right here. And if they're getting pinched on anywhere around your neck, down in your shoulder or down your arm, they can cause numbness and tingling and different issues like that, okay? So we want to try to figure out today, are there some easy, simple moves that you can do at home to actually tell if that's the problem you have and then how to fix them. So first up, we're going to talk about what the different main nerves that go down the arm are in what's called your brachial plexus. The brachial plexus is like the trunk of the tree. Okay, that's where all these come off of the spinal cord. But as we move further down, we got three big branches that come off of that tree, okay? We got one of them's called the median nerve. This one runs down here, all the way down to your palm, okay? So a lot of times we'll feel numbness or tingling in these fingers when we have that one going, okay? We have another one called your ulnar nerve. Now that one, when it splits off back here, it comes down around the inside of this little nook right here. Cool trivia point, your funny bone, it's not a bone. That's where your ulnar nerve passes along the inside of your elbow bone on your ulna, okay? And if you bump that, it hurts, it zings, it can actually send a shock all the way down your arm. That's what nerve pain feels like, okay? So that one goes down to these little fingers, and sometimes those will be more of the numb ones if we have a problem with our ulnar nerve. Then lastly, we have one called the radial nerve that goes from kind of the back side of our armpit here, wraps around the outside of the arm here, comes back down along the outside of the arm. So usually people will notice more of a back side of the hand or forearm tingle. It's the radial nerve is what our problem is, okay? So there's ways we can put these on a little bit of stretch. And if we put the nerve on stretch, what we'll actually notice is if it's getting pinched on by muscle or joint somewhere along this line, we might notice we get a little replication of our tingling and numbness. So what we want to do for our median nerve stretch is hold our palm out like this. We want to pretend we're carrying a tray, okay? And we're going to go ahead and start stretching that tray out and dumping the tray onto the floor, trying to keep our shoulder down and back. Now, some of us might have a big stretch down our forearm here. Some of us aren't going to feel anything. And when this really counts for you, you're going to notice, hey, that makes kind of a tingling or pulling sensation in my fingertips, okay? If you want to test a little extra bonus, if you're fully flexible, pull your head away this way and stretch right through here. If you can do this and nothing's tingling or going numb and there's no pain or stretch down there, you got no problem with that median nerve. You can come back up this way. We're going to go ahead and go into our ulnar nerve stretch. So everybody's probably seen this one, whether they realize it or not. When you were little kids, if you ever played that game, can you put your glasses on like that? Okay, this is our our ulnar nerve stretch. So we're going to make that okay sign. We're going to hold it out by our side. And we're going to try to bring that up to our head and tilt that elbow way, way up. We might feel a little stretch down through here. That's okay if it's just a nice stretch, but if you're feeling any pain or tingling happening, especially out into these fingers, then we need to address what's going on with that ulnar nerve. Last one we're going to talk about is the radial nerve. We're going to put our thumb inside our hand, we're going to flex that arm back, and we're going to go ahead and pull our shoulder back like that as far as we possibly can. Again, a bonus points here. If we look away, if we don't feel any stretch along here or very minimal stretch, you're okay, you don't have an issue with that radial nerve. But if you pull that back and hold for several reps, and if you start noticing numbness and tingling down in your forearm, you've probably got some compression on that radial nerve. So Well, now we know how to figure out whether we have an issue with those or not. What are we going to do about it if we do? Well, we can look for tight spots first. If we have tight muscles around here, we can use lacrosse balls on them. We can use our hands to massage them. We can go get treatment from a massage therapist, or we can go ahead and stretch the area by making sure that we're not holding our shoulders up and forward. We can do those previous upper cross syndrome exercises that we talked about. We'll have a link in the description below to pull our shoulder blades down and back and take tension off our brachial plexus and actually strengthen the muscles that hold our shoulders in good posture so we're not pinching and pressing on these nerves anywhere that exit here. Once we've started to do that, once we've gotten rid of this posture, because trying to do these stretches in this posture, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't look good, it hurts, okay? So once we've gotten ourselves out of that position and actually start getting some retraction and extension into our neck, then we can go ahead and actually use the same test that we did before to see if we have a problem as a stretch to help us reduce the problem. We can actually get in good posture. We can hold our hand up and do our median nerve stretches with no additional pain or discomfort. Or we can stretch like you're stretching a tight hamstring. Ooh, it's a little tight when I get to there. So I'll just do 10 repetitions of that nice and slow. And over time, days or weeks, I'll get that full range of motion back again. Okay, we can repeat that with our ulnar nerve, slowly getting bigger arm movements in here until we actually get all the way back up in that position while keeping our shoulder down instead of having to hunch it, okay? And radial nerve. We can come right back here and make sure that we get big, full extension and are able to turn our head away with nothing but a nice stretch. I hope you guys found this helpful. Please comment down below if there's any other topics you want us to cover here at Adventure Chiropractic. And remember, we are always here to help you move better, feel better, be a better you. Everybody's